Okay, hello, it's Tammy, and we are going to make a chicken rice casserole, and I want to just brown my chicken. So this chicken breast is so big lately, so I am just cutting it down and adding it to my pan. I have some oil in there so I can just kind of fry it down. I'm also using a rice cooker for the first time, and I have some rice in there, just plain white rice. I have another chicken breast to cut up, so I'm going to do that. Hope you guys are doing well. I don't like working with chicken, to be honest. It's so gross, but it's so delicious. I'm gonna try to trim off the visible fat. And I will salt and pepper this as soon as I get finished trimming this or cutting this one and all that good stuff. I'll put a little bit of seasoning on it. We're going to have this, and then we're going to have some asparagus that I'm going to wrap in bacon for dinner tonight. Ugh, I just do not like working with raw chicken. Now you could use whatever chicken you have. Make do with what you have, but I bought some breasts at Sam's Club, and they had like a big 10-pound bag, and it was way more economical to do it that way than to buy smaller portions at Kroger. So that's what I did. I'm struggling with this. I don't have the right plate, the right knife, the right anything, but I like the sound that it makes. Which reminds me again, I'm not wearing my microphone, so you guys are going to have to let me know if you think that one is necessary. Especially with the cooking chicken, maybe this would be a good time to put it on. Oh, that looks like that. It smells good. I'm going to cut this knife up, and now I feel like I can season this bad boy. Use some pepper. And I'm going to also use some of this Fox Point seasoning. I love this. I find it at Pinsy's, and it has garlic and onion. I don't know what else in it, but it is a fabulous combination. And there's an Amish grocery store close, and they sell this farm dust, which is kind of probably close to the same thing, but I don't know. Looks a little different, but it's delicious too. Oh, it really smells good. I'm getting this prepared, but I'm not going to actually turn on my oven until a little later, but you will cook this in a 350-degree oven. And this doesn't have to be all the way cooked, but I want it to be mostly cooked because, again, I don't like dealing with raw chicken. And I can't imagine just putting my raw chicken on top of my rice in a skillet, in a casserole. So I'm doing it this way. So meanwhile, I'll get my casserole out. My casserole. And I'm going to move us over so we can see the other side. All right, so I have my rice cooker and it's on warm, so I think that means it's done. Again, I have never used a rice cooker. It's hot. Ooh-wee, what did I expect? Use my kitchen towel. So this is about, well, I think it was a cup of rice. I don't know. It's a 2-cup rice cooker, so I think it makes 2 cups, which is actually less than the recipe calls for. But since it's just me and Chris, I'm not going to worry too much with it. I'm calling it good. Yeah, it really didn't make very much. You can probably see. So I'm probably not going to make as much sauce as it said, but it says to combine a can of cream of mushroom. Let me get a spatula. Kind of wondering if I shouldn't have doubled up on the rice. We'll see how it's looking. And also a half a can of water, because the original recipe that I was kind of going by, which I've altered, so it's not exactly the same, but it did say 2 cans of soup, 1 can of water. So I'm using 1 can of soup, so I'm just going to go with 1 can of water. Mix that around. That looks pretty good. Let's see. I'm going to get out some onion. I had already chopped this, so I'm just going to add, I don't know, probably 1/4 of an onion. One of the recipes I saw even used onion soup mix, and I think I might use that too, because I love the flavor. And that's going to add enough salt, but I won't need any salt for the next 5 days probably, but you know. Let's see. It also said you could use butter. I think you could either just put the chicken on top or you could mix it in however you want. If you have other fresh vegetables, like if you wanted to put mushrooms in here, I think that would be good. I'm going to serve the asparagus on the side, so I don't think I'm going to add anything to it, but you could even add broccoli or asparagus. You could add some cheese. I think that's probably good for me. And then what I'm going to do is add the chicken on top. And like you saw, this was 2 chicken breasts. It's probably, honestly, it's probably over a pound of chicken. This seems to be a lot of chicken. So the chicken to rice ratio is great. And like I said, this only has to fix enough for 2, and this is going to be way more than 2 people, 2 meals, but we will eat leftovers. There's nothing wrong with some leftovers. So I'm just trying to even this out a little bit. Get a piece over there. All right, and then this is going to go in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes, and I'll check it out and see how it's looking. And I'll put the asparagus in and we will go from there. But I'll be back after a little bit. So I am just taking about 3 asparagus spears and wrapping it in a slice of bacon. I'm just going to lay it on my cookie sheet. And I have it wrapped in foil because that's what I like. Makes for easy cleanup. Oh, there's a little spear that got down there. I'm just going to wrap him in there. Well, I will continue this process. I'll do another one just to show you, but I just started at the bottom and kind of wrap it around, overlapping my bacon as I go up. And I have lots of bacon, so I might even go to 2 spears. I've seen some people go really cute and make little bows out of their bacon and stuff. I'm not doing all that. I think that that would take some practice too, because in my head, if I tied a bow with it, you wouldn't be able to tell what it was when it cooked. So it would take some practice, some culinary skill that I do not possess. I think there might even be some leftover bacon, which God forbid, leftover bacon. Who's heard of such an atrocity? But I can put it in the refrigerator and have it maybe Saturday for breakfast. I'll make some bacon and eggs. We're gonna go see my granddaughter, our granddaughter, do gymnastics. It's so sweet. So we can do that. So yeah, I think I'll cut the other bacon in half and then I will use it for breakfast. All right, that's that. This will go in the oven with the chicken probably for about, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, and I'll let you guys know. And I guess to finish this process, I should also show you that I'm going to sprinkle this with some olive oil and some salt and pepper. Actually, I probably don't need salt. There we go, that's enough. All right, so then that will go in the oven. Okay, so I baked them at 350 for about 40 minutes, and then I put it on broil for about 2 minutes. And oh my goodness, it looks delicious. Okay, guys, this was so good. You definitely have to try it. It was a big hit. Chris loved it. There's enough for leftovers for tomorrow. We are excited. Try this. Yummy.